spent all day sleeping, so I am very, very out of it right now, which is probably not going to be good for this. But, we'll do it. We'll run with it. This is Slay the Princess. I've been looking forward to playing this game for a while, honestly.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Explore the end of the world? What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Oh wow, there's a lot of options. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Oh.
You have to put
I don't
an
know.
end to her.
People kind of suck. But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget this, I'm not doing this. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, maybe I'll slay her. Huh. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer monarch. Viva la revolution.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
That doesn't tell me anything. Have you ever considered maybe that I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
How long can I just stay here asking questions?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important
I don't know.
task?
I don't know why I'm here.
Made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Sure.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Uh-huh.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path
I don't know,
of the
man.
cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna kill her, but at the very least, I'll be prepared if anything happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive
Why
place.
is the princess
The
even
air
in a
feels
basement?
heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives
I have
here,
so many questions.
slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Why'd you have to give her that voice?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Uh-huh. Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you? Or just continue down the stairs? Just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Brothers, we need to stay focused. That's pretty much what the narrator said.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your knees. Steal your nerves and step forward. Also steal your knees. She might do something to the knees. Nuh-uh. Objection. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
The voices in my
It's
head are
fine.
very
We
much
can
against
decide
each
what we
other.
want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it, tighten your grip.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clack.
The narrator is so done with us.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I'll listen to you all day.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Your eyes
We'll
are
be fine.
huge.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Alright. Do you know why I'm here to kill
Do
you?
you?
You're apparently going to end the
Don't
world.
just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world. I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
How long?
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, everyone's being very, very secretive about it.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Okay, yeah, but you also aren't giving me
At the end of the
very much to
day,
go on.
Whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
What is happening?
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Very
She's
little.
right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Neither.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
I like how we can just go back to, are you coming on to me? Are you coming on to me? How long have you been down here? How would I get you out of here? Oh gosh. I don't know.
Too long.
Okay, thank you for being vague. Everyone being vague.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Not really. Okay, so slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Slay the princess. I'm gonna get you out of here. I don't trust either one of these people. Or anyone, really. I don't trust either of the voices in my head, and I don't trust her. Oh my gosh. Keep her locked away. The name of the game is Slay the Princess.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, let's get you out of here. Slay the princess. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. She did kind of threaten me in the last one, so maybe I should kill her. But at the same time, I kind of want to see what happens if I let her out.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Let's just see what happens.
You're making a huge mistake.
I just want to
No,
see how she's gonna...
You're doing the right thing.
I just want to see how she's ending the world.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you
I just
to
want
even
to find out what's
imagine
happening.
trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, at least I can at least find something to break you free. Yeah, let's go with that
I'll
one.
be here.
Yeah.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
So there's someone up there?
Someone else here.
Okay,
You
try the door.
but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
What? Okay. Oh, I'm
You make
so
your way back to
confused.
the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Who are you?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Oh my god, the voices! The voices in my head. Ah!
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Who's they?
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Oh my god.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, then tell me what's going to happen. Okay.
Against your better judgment,
Oh
you place
my
the
God.
blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive you cut into her flesh.
Ah!
The blade is sharp.
Oh
and
my
you make quick
God.
work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah, I don't think she's human.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her
Oh
fierce
my God.
gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. just can't let her escape into the world.
Who are you?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Why do we look like that?
Watch me.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's try and warn
Stop
her.
that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Oh my god.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess, slay the princess. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Okay.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Well, I don't know because you won't tell me anything. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't
Oh no,
remember
there's
what
another
happened last
voice.
time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two. It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Let's just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
I don't know if saying the word wink has the same effect.
Did you just say wink out? No, I didn't. Wink.
Okay. Okay, skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Uh-huh.
The interior
What
of
am
the
I gonna
cabin
do this
is
time?
less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade.
He definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Now there's a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Why would you lie about that? That's the what's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Approach the mirror. Yeah, why would he lie about that? Unless he literally cannot see it. Because there's really no point in lying about it. Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Do I not have a reflection? Oh, wipe the mirror clean?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Oh, weird.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Okay. Go to the basement. Let's see if anything else has changed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
I wonder.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh, more
and
chains
lock
this
eyes
time.
with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Okay.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah. I'm thinking this one might be for us if we decide to not slay the princess again.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Sit with her, slay the princess. Oh my god. Is there any use in talking with her again? Maybe. But yeah, this empty chain right here, I have a feeling is for us in case we decide to not kill the princess again. Okay. I probably should sit with her and see if anything's changed, huh?
You step towards the princess.
Is her
She
crown
stops you
different?
before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Is she wearing a different crown? I can't tell.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where she told you to sit or sit closer. And just sit your
You
ass
do as
down.
she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, what is it for? I think I'm just gonna leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye-bye. Or slay the princess. The other chain on the wall, what is it for?
But you could always try it on.
Okay, yeah, so that's for us.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
How am I saving the world? You still haven't told me. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game.
Oh.
But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
So you say.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Why? Why is it important?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I
That's
say,
what
the
I'm
more
saying.
your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
What does that mean?
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Okay.
Focus. This is a serious
Focus.
situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Oh, I'm not daydreaming. The voices in my head are having an argument. I'm sure you understand. Okay, what happened after I died last time? You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? What would you have me do? I think I'm going to just leave you here. Inspect the shackle.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Huh.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Maybe. Or maybe she isn't. Who knows? She
You're
might be
looking at me
lying.
like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
And I'm just supposed to take your word for it?
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Okay, inspect the shackle. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Yeah, in my chest, probably. I saw how that worked last time.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Oh my gosh.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Well, yeah, that's what
So,
oh my god.
what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him.
Yeah.
Possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yeah. Inspect the shackle. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me with it last time. That's where I'm coming from currently. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Well, we can't cut her out of here this time because she has more chains. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own.
But sure, let's talk about what happened. Because what happened is exactly my issue.
Is it now?
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over.
Yeah, but last time you knew that wasn't me. You said yourself you saw the conflict.
And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
Okay.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
Nope.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
Inspect the shackle. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
I don't think so.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Yeah, I don't know how human she is.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
If you don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me. You're the one in chains. If anyone should be negotiating here, it's you, not me. Okay, I'm trusting you. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. If that's how you're going to be, then I guess I have to do this. Or just slay the princess. Okay, I'll inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that?
I want to see what happens.
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
Oh my gosh.
I am.
Oh my gosh. Can the voices agree on anything? Please? Don't make this more difficult for me. Okay, inspect the shackle, let it go.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What do you mean supposed to say? Who is above you? Who are you?
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to see what happened. Curiosity
So
killed the
it does
cat.
fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Probably.
That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Oh, what's
Not
that?
to touch things we're specifically not to touch. No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here. What should we do? Did you know this was going to happen to me, or wait in silence?
No.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
Well, I mean...
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
What does that mean?
How exactly does that work?
What does that mean?
It just does.
Oh my god.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
This narrator bit reminds me of the Stanley Parable so much.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Yup.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Unless we're stuck in some sort of, time bubble. Where, like, time stops or something. I don't know. Just spitballing. Obviously, time is,
You're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger. And larger.
Okay. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk.
Oh, okay.
That's rude.
Me either. Understandable.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Huh.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yeah.
She hasn't starved.
Yeah.
I guess she hasn't. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement.
Alright.
Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
Okay, so time hasn't stopped completely. But time has kind of paused for me and the princess while we're chained. But obviously time's still passing because, like, this shit is happening. Like, this takes a long time for something like this to happen. So it has to be connected to, like, the chains or something,
Until
right?
suddenly, there are no walls. And I think he's gone.
Oh.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Huh.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Well, there she goes. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
How? I think we're still chained.
There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Or approach the mirror.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Oh god. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
Is that the end of the world is just me in a mirror?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
No.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I don't think I have a choice.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Don't think we have a choice.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
It's my only option.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Okay, so I've noticed this, the arm obviously, but I can't really see the face. Is there? Hold on, quick save. I can't really see. It's definitely spooky though. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What? What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do we know each other? What happens now? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Uh-huh. But you were always were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
A hive mind sort of thing, or what do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. Well, I don't know about that last one.
I think that you are like me.
Oh?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. Do we know each other? What happens now? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Okay.
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't know.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Let her out of
I'm
there.
sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Okay.
I promise that it doesn't hurt. I know only that they are.
Okay. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
What does that mean?
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Yeah, I guess.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay, make me
She
forget.
asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Oh, chapter 1, the hero
You're
and the
on a path
princess.
in the woods, and at the end of that path,
The
is a
real Slay the
cabin,
Princess starts here?
and in the basement
Oh
of
my
that
god,
cabin
no.
is a princess.
Ah, this is going to destroy me mentally.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world, what are you talking about? What are
I'm
you
talking
talking
about the end
about?
of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Uh-huh.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Yeah. In what way?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she is dangerous. She is
Okay, so
not
I need to make
dangerous
different decisions.
because
It's
she's
time
locked
for
up.
more fragments, right?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched out to ruin everything.
Put that on a t-shirt. The egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, so what other... I'm like trying to think through this while we're going through this BS.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
So I could kill her, or I can leave her. Because last time I cut her out of her chains, and I need a different fragment.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, he really doesn't. He forgot what just happened to us. But I didn't.
The interior of
I'm
the
cursed
cabin is
with
almost
the...
entirely bare.
I'm
The
behold...
air is stale
I'm
and
cursed
musty,
with
and the floor and
information. I'm
walls
cursed
are
with
painted
knowledge.
in a fine layer of dust. The
Yeah,
blade
yeah,
is your
yeah.
implement.
Yeah.
You take the blade.
Yep. Let's just go. Come on. Lego.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Okay. Just
Good.
continue down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to... She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. Objection. Nuh-uh. Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. I'm just here to talk, still your nerves, and step forward. Okay, so what am I gonna do this time? I could try killing her and see what happens. I could try just continuing to hit the leave her button and see what happens. And I think those are the only two options, right?
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it or tighten your grip. Okay, so I'm going... Should I kill her? Should I kill her or just try and leave her here and see what happens? Or at least attempt to kill her, because there's no guarantee that I'll actually kill her if I stab her.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Okay, let's just see what happens.
No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
There is no guarantee that I can kill you, but I want to see what happens if we try.
You should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade, or drop the blade.
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Theoretically.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Okay, let's just see what
Charge
happens.
the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your
Okay.
severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Thanks, narrator, for your concern. Die or finish the job.
Are you serious? The wound in your neck is too much for you to bear, and you collapse to the floor of the basement, rapidly bleeding out. The princess stands over you with an intense curiosity as you fade away.
Why couldn't you have cut yourself out?
Oops.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hopefully that's a new fragment. The razor. Ooh. Ooh.
You're on a path. You're
Yep.
here to...
Yup, 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 yup. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Oh my god. New favorite voice. Voice of the cheated.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Wrong. Incorrect.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Incorrect. Okay, let's just go to the cabin.
A warning. before you go. She will
Yep,
laugh.
yep,
Couldn't
yep.
be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Yeah, exactly. We're in this ride together,
We
bud.
know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
See to the cabin.
The interior of the
Oh.
cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered
Oh
edges
my
as
God.
uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And the mirror is back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We need a gun. You didn't say anything about the
That's
mirror on the
because
wall.
there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade. There's definitely a. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough here without all of this extra noise.
Thank you. That's what I've been saying.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as I'm not lying to you. You walk up to the wall. This really isn't funny.
We can try it.
Reach
Okay.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's
Yeah.
gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Me too, dude. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
We'll try. Oh my god.
The door to the basement
Oh,
creaks
wow.
open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Huh.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
Yeah, she's doing something.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor.
That does not
They are
sound like
begging
chains.
you to get out of your head.
That does not
Her
sound like
grating
chains.
voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Bitch is going crazy.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Bitch is going crazy.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
And she still only has the one chain this time.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Bitch is gone crazy. If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we both need to just let bygones be bygones. Nobody has to die.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
Okay.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
She has a knife.
You know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
What? No!
That sounds so
No,
convincing. Thank you.
you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
I don't even know anymore.
Acting like you are. My entire world is at risk.
Your entire world.
Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity.
Bitch is going
Fine.
crazy.
And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Uh-huh. What if we are both honest to each other?
That doesn't sound like me.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Okay, what are you gonna do if I let you out? What happened after you died last time? She didn't die, we died. Uh-huh. Screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound
Ooh.
of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Definitely ours.
Hers, at first.
Oh,
Then yours.
alright.
Hehe.
What was that laugh?
Ow! What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
Oh, where did you get that?
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It still
Where'd
lodged
she
in her
get
leg,
that?
emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
You're going to die now.
Thanks. Yeah, I know.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Arms Race.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If
Oh.
we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you
Whoa.
towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Huh.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
We're both going crazy. It's not just the princess.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
My brain hurts already.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Uh-huh.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade. We take it.
Yep.
Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
I don't know.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Yeah.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
What door?
There isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Okay.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Okay, interesting.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
An illusion of what,
Let's
though?
just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward,
Oh.
but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Okay.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Yeah.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Okay.
Your
Oh.
internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh dear.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Where is she getting this shit? We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She had swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Yeah, let's.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Yeah, let's turn it off.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
Mm-hmm.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge. And we fight back.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
Sure.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow.
Okay.
Yes, this is exactly it.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All
Yeah.
it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt? No.
Oh.
Oh, a new one of us.
Yeah, new voice.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Your Honor?
No, Your Honor. Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be.
Oh.
Dead, 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 dead.
Okay.
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Well, I don't have much of a choice about
I
this.
wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we
Oh my
can
God.
see. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I don't know if making us even more insane is gonna
We
work.
don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving. Why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, show me something new.
Let's try flirting with her. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Oh my god.
Skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
She has more blades now.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Yeah.
Skewers you.
Okay.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Just panic. Flee.
Oh my gosh. When is this gonna end?
She skewers you.
Oh my god.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
I don't think so.
Skewers you.
Yeah.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time.
That's all we need. None of this is working. Think. Think.
She skewers you.
Okay.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Okay.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. and our steel claw is already in our hand.
I don't know.
What if throw it out the window?
We could, I guess.
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Okay.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally
Excuse me?
ending up on top.
Uh-huh.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here?
This isn't good. This is...
How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically
Oh my
strive
gosh.
for the door towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. Walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide.
We know.
We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Please do.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make
Okay.
your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Okay.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
I don't think so.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Okay, narrator.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Yay! Narrator's back.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Sure.
Holy shit!
Holy shit is right.
Gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
The perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I don't think we'll be able to hold her.
Looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Yeah.
This is totally back.
Oh.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm of free thought and a free self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound. and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. Okay, well. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah?
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you
Is a
changed?
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Alright. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Alright. What does it feel like to change like
Eyes
this?
close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Okay.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Alright. When I go back, it's... Okay, you know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I won't mourn her. She was insane.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Fair enough. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Okay.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side. for I would not know your absence.
All right.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay.
I will long for your return, but it will give me
I'm
time
ready to go back.
reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the wood.
Yep.
You're here to slay.
Yep.
You make your way. We're
Yep.
not going to go through with this, right?
Yep.
Ignore him.
Yep. Yep. Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is almost into the blade.
Mm-hmm.
You take the blade.
Let's go.
The door. Her
Yep.
voice.
Who's there?
She sounds.
Me.
You're still listening to reason.
Hello.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's so. Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. Okay. I haven't decided
How
yet.
about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do. The blade,
Thank you.
against your better judgment, will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you.
So here we are. What an
Yep.
awkward start to a relationship.
Okay. Okay, these seem to be the same options we had the first time we talked to her. Do you know why I'm here to
Do
kill
you?
you?
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Okay.
Don't jump to any
How long have you been down
too
here?
long.
Note the lack of detail.
Okay, we talked enough.
Have you just...
You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
That seems like a pretty good. Leaving her alive.
One way or another. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to...
You have.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
I don't know. This is the only option I haven't chose yet.
You turn your back to the princess and make your...
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I had already committed to not slaying her.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
Can
You
we?
settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
you're still there.
Oh.
Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Yeah.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night
that's
to
not good.
silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Huh.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb,
Okay.
and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Huh.
Or maybe...
Yeah, this is gonna be my sleep paralysis demon tonight.
You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Okay.
Let's say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Is it?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay.
Bleh. She's gonna kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, what if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit.
Shit.
I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters.
Sure. Let's just go. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time.
Yeah.
Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Mm-hmm.
The interior of the cabin is plain.
Oh.
The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless.
Oh no.
The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do... Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already got an out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Well, I feel eyes. That's for sure.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Why? You didn't say
Right.
anything about the
I
mirror.
was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there.
Yeah.
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table. There is. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants. But it does matter. Don't you? Exactly. I'm not. But there. Did he?
Okay. This whole cabin
Very
is different.
He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down.
No, I think the
Maybe
princess
the three of you
changed
just
it.
think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Okay, take the blade.
You reach down and pick. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough though? Couldn't you have given
Yeah,
us
that's what
something
I'm
else?
saying. We need a gun.
Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Or a bomb.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah. Oh, what happened over there? Okay.
You cross over the threshold
Oh
and
my
onto
god.
a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Oh my god.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Yeah. That's a lot of eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're being such pessimist right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs in silence. Step off into the void between the stairs, maybe. That would probably get us the voice of the contrarian, huh? I kind of want to see what happens if we could continue going downstairs, though. Okay, let's just see what
attempt
happens.
to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force.
Oh,
Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I was curious. I don't know. Falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
Yeah.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, and before we get to the bottom of the stairs, I'm gonna take a quick break and eat. Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes, and we'll see what else this nightmare has in store for us. Alright, be back. Bye. I'll be back. I am back. Let's make our way to the bottom of the stairs. What just happened? I accidentally clicked something. Oh my god.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness.
Oh
A
dear.
smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Even if we could hide, there's like a million eyes looking at us.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh dear. Go left, go right, do nothing, go back the way you came. Go left, go right, do nothing, go back the way you came. I don't know if running away is gonna do anything. But I don't really have much of a choice.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh!
I told you I was going to find you.
Does she have a baby doll face now?
As the princess approaches,
Oh.
your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
She has cracks on her face now, so yeah, definitely going for like a doll image.
This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
But she
I
is.
wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins
Oh.
to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Okay.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Okay.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you. and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Okay.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
You're a lunatic, you know that, right? And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Leave together. Run. Slay the princess. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst, toss your blade, and remain with your nightmare. How about I just kill you instead, and if I refuse to let you out, what happens then?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Okay, so when I got, like, the last ending, it said, like, I got an achievement that was, like, full razor. So maybe I could do, like, could have done, like, partial razor, and then I could probably do, like, partial nightmare and full nightmare. I want to, I don't know. I kind of want to see what full nightmare is, but I'm not sure.
Are you serious? Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops
Okay, so that was a
you.
mask. I want to see if there's a full
Like
nightmare.
a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Oh.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Oh.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Oh.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage,
Distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Oh, never mind. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left.
Yeah.
We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever, I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
All the voices are back.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Okay.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Yeah.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. The only thing we can do is do nothing, so nothing I will do. What if we don't go to the cabin?
That. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles. Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here? Can you make sense of them? Proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward.
Okay.
Eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
With a mirror.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
Quote unquote?
The cabin that isn't there.
Yeah.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Okay. Proceed.
Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be.
Yeah.
The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment.
Yeah.
The blade is your implement. Take it. It's the only way forward.
I think so. Oh. Okay, so take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Oh.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss.
And the abyss gazes back.
Very deep in the bowels of the earth.
Oh.
You see something staring
Oh
back
no.
at you. It fills you with dread.
Yeah, she's down there.
It's her.
Yeah.
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
Yeah.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the
Oh,
princess
no.
in the pit blinks closer.
When I said that way back when, you know that, right?
Yeah, that's why you said it again.
Closer.
Uh-huh.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
Uh-huh.
And closer.
She doesn't have arms anymore.
Watching
That's
over
probably
you
good.
forever, that was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. Time
Ugh.
erodes everything.
Yeah. I mean, we saw that in the other
Except for me.
ending. Oh, okay.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
How does that work?
All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out.
Why can't you just leave by yourself?
It'll be so much fun.
Oh yeah, you
You
should
and
try.
me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
I forgot.
A witness.
Ah.
I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Uh-huh.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
With what? We don't have the weapon. It got sucked into the earth. What do you want me to do? You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. But whoa. But was that something you? Or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. Well.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
Are we getting more, like, feathers as time goes on? I know, like, last ending, when we looked into the mirror, we were bloated. But, you know, I don't know.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
Oh dear.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Yeah, sorry. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's you gotta be taken. You gotta be taken. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing? What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves. Yeah. I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting.
Oh.
My heart feels quiet.
Oh. Oh dear.
The game was always going to end.
Yeah. Games have to.
I'll be free of all of you.
Oh.
I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
Okay.
I'm just ready to be anywhere here.
Same.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Oh. Oh no. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the others. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know, okay, yeah, do you know what happens when to the worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what you want to be when we finished? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Okay. You can't be in contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Huh.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it to all stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. Remain silent.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Have you figured out what you'll want when this is finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Huh. I don't know what else I can do if I go back. Like, if I go back, I don't know. What other choices can I make? Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets.
Okay.
My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I don't want to go back anymore. I just want to stay here forever if I have to. I'm ready to go back, attack the entity, or destroy your body. I don't know. I don't know what I should do here. Gosh. Okay. Hard decision, hard decision. I wonder how many endings there actually are. Okay, hold on, let me go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, bring the moment of clarity to her. A scattered vessel achievement.
You're here.
Yep.
You make your... We're not going to ignore.
Yep.
The interior of the cabin is almost
I'm gonna try and save her again. take the blade.
You take the blade.
We'll need it to get her out. I want to try and save her again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly. Her voice.
Who's that?
She said, "Don't let."
Hello?
Good.
It's
You're
me.
still listening to reason.
I'm the problem,
You
it's
walk
me.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's
Yeah.
so focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a lot. Don't you dare. It's fine. The blade
Thank you. Maybe now we...
against will be. I don't know what you're hoping.
So here we are. What an awkward start
Yep.
to a relation. I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the
Don't
world.
just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly...
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
I don't know about that.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too...
I'm guessing you don't have...
Maybe it's somewhere up doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away...
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Yeah.
You attempt to make your way out of
Okay,
the...
yep,
Someone
this
else
again. Hey,
Your
let me
shouts and
out of
pleas,
here.
You're here.
Try it. Oh, damn. There we go.
You try
Tried the
to repeat.
door. Okay, yep, bottom stairs.
You make your way back. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
Yep.
The knife.
You won't.
Save the princess.
Against you.
Yep,
cut
yep, yep,
into
yep,
her.
yep.
The blade is.
Yep,
She
yep.
didn't so much as. How is she?
Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay, approach the locked
No,
door.
we won't have any. As the prince. Wait. Watch.
Oh, I can't warn her this time? I can't click on that now. Oh no.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
She's like, really? Really, dude?
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Give up.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
A bone-shattering haymaker. Let's go.
You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
Oh.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right?
It can.
Sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
Yep. Okay, the tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and
Yep.
you're here to...
Yeah. Go to the cabin.
A warning, she will...
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Says every pessimist.
You're being annoying.
You're being annoying.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Proceed to the
If
cabin.
that's what you want. I guess I don't have a say here.
Not really. I'm the one in control, bitch.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
We don't feel small. We are small.
You take the blade.
Okay, come on, let's go. What's down here?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Huh.
This is actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Narrator trying to make this bad.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh dear.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
Oh dear.
But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
I just imagine, like, him, like, just kind of cartwheeling over, like, Looney Tunes style, like, bam.
The princess towers over you, almost
Whoa.
glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Whoa. She's ascended.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Oh. Yes,
The
queen.
blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor.
You're not ascending to godhood, you're just dehydrated.
We didn't have to do that, and yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Oh.
On her command, you fall to to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard
Listen.
stone.
Listen. Listen. When a beautiful woman tells you to kneel, you do it. Okay?
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Mm-hmm.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Mm.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
Oh, is that what this is?
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Uh-huh.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before.
And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
What would you have me do?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
Why not?
The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
Okay.
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
I don't really understand that, but alright.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay, so I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her, or I'm not gonna help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. Will she ascend further if we refuse?
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh dear, what is happening? Oh, I can't click any of this. Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up that blade.
You reach
Well, I guess we're
forward,
picking up the blade.
grasp the blade.
Stand.
Oh no.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever or stand. Well, I can't click the other ones. So it's not really an or, it's we
You
gotta
can
stand.
feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly
Oh,
rise
dear.
to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
This is gonna suck.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Oh no.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
I gotta agree with that.
Take
That is
that
partially.
knife in your hand and slit your throat.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh dear. End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear. End her.
I don't think I can. Resist, slay the princess, slay
No,
yourself.
You can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done.
Nope, I can't. Someone else is in charge right now, narrator. I'm sorry.
The blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the
Is
end,
it?
everything submits to oblivion.
Okay.
But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
Uh-huh.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person.
Oh?
It's something different now. An echo.
Narrator lore?
Is she talking about you?
Narrator lore?
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
Well, she's
You're
gone
a
now.
small one, aren't you?
She's gone now. I don't know what to tell you, man.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Oh dear.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
That was the weakest screaming I've ever heard.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft
Flesh,
severing veins and arteries. Your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the
Oh,
pain
no.
won't last
Oh
forever.
no! She took control of the narrator.
No.
Oh dear.
When I see you again, you'll chains
Oh, my.
and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
Uh-huh.
We will. I promise.
Uh-huh. Are we gonna have the voice of the smitten back? I hope so.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
That's the creepiest thing that's came out of this so far. The doll was nowhere near as creepy as her taking control of the narrator. The apotheosis?
You're on a path
Well,
in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Oh, excuse me? This is
Whoops.
the third time we've been here, and this
Whoops,
is
whoops.
hardly a
I didn't
path
mean
in the
to
woods.
just skip
It's
through
all
that.
big and weird.
Yeah.
Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us.
Oh, God.
I'm here to keep him in check. I'm sick of prying fingers digging around in our head, and he's making it all too easy for them to get in.
Okay.
This is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it now? I haven't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac?
Yeah.
No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late.
Oh.
Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess.
Yeah.
Not to be trusted, that one.
Uh-huh.
No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that.
Oh, are you gonna be truthful
You're
to
not
us?
to be trusted either. Look, fine, just out with it already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you've lost speaking privileges.
You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written?
Okay,
Oh.
that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously.
Yep.
So you have met us. Because boy, were you in denial about that last time. No, I haven't met you, but reality is clearly falling apart
Yeah.
at the moment, and the only reason that would happen is if you knew things you weren't supposed to know.
I know a lot of things.
What the hell are you talking about? He's talking about those weird marble trees and how wrong everything looks.
I didn't even notice those were supposed to be marble. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. They have cracks going all up and down. That's kind of cool.
Yes, exactly. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin and slay her before things get any more out of hand.
We've built a new god, and she is limitless.
Yeah.
Our thoughts doing that. Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger? Do you hear those two, with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now hold on. I have so many questions. I'm not going to the cabin till I have answers. What am I? Head to the cabin, run away, stay where you are. What
As
am
you
I?
finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway
Oh.
and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin.
Oh dear.
Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Okay.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Proceed into the
As
cabin,
you
I
step
guess.
forward, the cabin explodes.
Oh.
You're flung backwards, violently slammed into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Oh my god. Oh, she's giant.
Watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Oh my god. Literally. Literally, oh my goddess.
ruined landscape shifts. Trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
Okay.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
I don't think a dagger is going to do anything against a god. I really don't. Take the blade or embrace oblivion. I mean, guess I'll try.
Screw all of this, I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
You'll never make it to her. And even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
Not going down without a fight
We'll
this
do what
time.
we're always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do.
Maybe. You might have a point.
With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree.
You might have a point.
You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything.
I like this music.
And everything is a part of you.
Very, very haunting. Like the music, though.
And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
Oh, here we go. Slay the princess. Let's see.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into
This
the
is
violent
epic.
swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
And she really let that go to her head.
Yeah. Do it. Show her.
End this.
Why do I feel so?
There it goes. I've been wondering this entire time. Every time she gets free, she complains about how cold it is, and then she gets, like, sent back to the being. So I was wondering when that would happen. Here we go. She's being sucked into the, what is it called, the Great Nothing? You do not get the chance to slay her, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Oh, where did she go? She's gone. Is this the end of the world? Did she end herself?
No.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end
What is
for
that
me.
supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
This is what we all deserve, isn't it?
Can't even trust ourselves.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet, that's right. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I am not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? What do you think? Or do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is Dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
True. Okay, I want to ask about the narrator.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, but I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. Oh, he does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Maybe. How many more vessels do I need? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Yeah, I guess. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything out there is real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Oh.
One. Whatever you bring me next will be
Okay.
enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
Okay.
A final multitude.
Alright, then send me back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Ooh.
You're on a path in
Yep.
your here.
Yep. Lego.
You make your way up. We're not going to go.
Let's go.
The interior of the blade.
I've always taken the blade. Let's try going without it.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the...
I'm going to... Okay.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear that. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You're shout. You're here to...
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged self you cut into her. The blade is sharp,
Yep.
and it takes her lip. She didn't so no. She smiles softly as her gaze. How is she still smart?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are as the prince. Wait, watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, so I can warn her this time.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, but the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Okay.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Slay the princess, slay the princess.
The
Resist.
blade! Move as your body remains frozen in...
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the...
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest,
Ooh.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh,
She
okay.
doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust
This
of the
has to be
knife,
a new vessel.
your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Alright.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Excuse me. Alright. The damsel.
You're on a path. If
Okay.
you're here,
Yeah. Yeah. Go to cabin.
she will.
Yep.
Excuse. Forget. But he. Last time, I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try. I do.
Yeah, let's try to ignore
But
him.
I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Oh dear.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind.
Yeah, okay. cabin time.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her... A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Right.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
All right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Do you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Yep.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but we damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Why is it my job? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty
Oh
her
my
hands
God.
are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Uh-huh.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here kill you two over my body was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
That's because she's perfect.
Do
Okay.
you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Why is that?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Mm-hmm.
I would if you had a weapon.
Yeah.
Not on my watch, villain.
Not on my
passions
watch.
contain titanic depths.
Oh.
And if you
Okay.
try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I think he would.
I would.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
A lot of
And
big
doesn't the world
feelings.
end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
This is a real Princess
doomed.
Peach looking moment.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that for a true believer.
Okay.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Power of love. Power of God in anime.
What do we do now?
We leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping
Let's
through your
go.
fingers as they intertwine with
Love
hers.
story, let's go.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Hell
I
yeah.
like to think that you do. Actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Look at the way she's smiling at you.
She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Of course she's happy.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Very vindictive narrator.
That's a familiar move.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
You can't marry a man you just met.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Same. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Really?
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
Happy ending.
We did it. What should we do now?
Well, you're about to get taken by the void, so,
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Cole. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
I'm sorry. You have to get taken by the void now.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
But she looked happy. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you
I think
me?
you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you
Oh,
something
I'm
like
nothing
me?
like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Okay. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me? If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh. God, I always knew I was special. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you.
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
What is the princess?
She is
Did you
the
make her
shifting
too?
mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can, so I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet.
You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone. No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
If I destroy her, won't I
Yes,
be
you
alone?
will, but it will all be worth it.
How am I supposed to destroy an
With some
abstract
amount of
concept?
difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through. Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Oh dear.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the Long Quiet.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Okay. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Okay.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I told you what was going to happen when we reach this point. Slay the princess, There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point in me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? There are so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
I was blinded by emotion, we both know that. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me. I won't engage with violence. Remain silent.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
You are weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that threatens to consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless. When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me, to hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist, and it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Oh, okay. I still defy you now. I miss when that was you. You were consumed by your own ego. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how.
And you shed your doubts to rise against me. It was only together that we were able to create something beautiful.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I don't need to share my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. You showed me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. If that is what it takes to rid the world of death, I could bear with the solitude. I won't engage with this. I get it. There's no need for us to fight.
I am aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life.
And it was a joy for me to finally face my end. Even when I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence? Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh my god. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Whew. That was a heavy game, oh my god. Oh. I had fun though, that was really good. Really interesting. Thank you. Thank you everyone who worked on this game. This was so cool. Very, very heavy though. I think I'm gonna need a big nap after this. Return to the main menu. Alright. We finished an entire game in one sitting. Let's go. Alright. But with that being said, I'm going to end stream now. Thank you everyone who showed up and went on this one hell of a ride with me. Holy hell. That was really good though. I hope everyone had a good time. And yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. Don't know what I'm gonna play, but we'll figure it out. Alright, bye-bye. Bye.